Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. This video is going to be an attempt at me trying to vlog or do a week in my life as a full-time creative and a mom to a soon-to-be 2-year-old. This video is more for me to kind of just see what am I doing, because I am in my 40s, 43 to be exact, and I have a 2-year-old. Or a soon to be 2-year-old. Our birthdays are on the same day. So in June, he will turn 2 and I will turn 44. And Jordan was not necessarily part of my plan. Like, it's funny to me, before I had him, when people used to say, oh, the baby wasn't playing, I'm like, do you know how babies are made? And so it's like I'm asking myself the same question. Girl, you do know how babies are made. So even for me to say that he wasn't planned, clearly I was doing the things to make a baby. But I totally get now what they mean when they say it was not planned. I Yes, I was doing the things to make a baby, but I did not actually think I was going to be pregnant at 41 and have a baby at 42. That was not part of the plan. And for me, I think the hardest thing for me right now is figuring out how to navigate this space that I am now in, because everything I was doing leading up to this point was operating as a single woman with a grown son, because I have a 21-year-old son who will be 22 this year. And so I was operating from the space of I am single, I have a grown son, and my decisions for the most part don't affect anyone but me. But now the decisions and the choices that I make, they now not only affect me, they now also, I have to take into consideration this 2-year-old. And you know, for lack of a better word, I am a single parent. His father is very present. He has a dad that's very present in his life. But when I say single parent, we do not live together. We live in separate households. I am responsible for the things in my house. He's responsible for the things in his. And the sole caretaking of Jordan falls upon me. Can I drop him off over there? Yes. But again, Jordan wakes up with me, goes to bed with me. I'm responsible for getting him to daycare, for picking him up, making sure all of those things. So in the grand scheme of things, you can look at it as I am a single parent. And as a single parent, it is just like, how am I supposed to run this business and be this mom? Like, how does this work? What does this look like? And again, for me, I have not figured it out. We're going on 2 years now, and I have not figured it out. And I think there's a part of me that wants to keep getting back to the old me. And I haven't quite let go of the fact that, baby, we not getting back to the old you, because the old you did not have a 2-year-old. Like, the old you was not a parent to this little child. And so what is the new you? You got to figure out what the new you look like. And so that's where we are. That's where we are right now. And, it's a struggle. I think people, for the moms out here who are in their 40s, who that was the plan, like that's what they wished for, that's what they hoped for. It's different, because that was what you planned for. You planned to make these decisions. You planned to have this child. And so, although I think all moms at some point kind of lose a sense of themselves and kind of try to, have to navigate, wait, who am I now that I do have this baby? Because I'm not the same person that I was before. And so what does this new person look like? I feel like every mom goes through that. I it's definitely a different version of that when the plan was not to be a new mom. So, yeah. And then on the business side of things, it's just like, baby, like I have to navigate even going to the store. Like, it used to be I would, stay up all night working. Like I could stay up to the wee hours of the morning working and then go to bed because I didn't have to wake up to anybody. And so I would wake up when I woke up and kind of start that cycle over again. And even when I did have like a schedule, it was still, even if I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning to do something, I could do that, and it was still not a problem for me to again go back to sleep and take another nap in the middle of the day. It was nothing for me not to go to the gym until 11 or 12. Now everything has to be scheduled around Jordan. Everything. Everything is scheduled around Jordan. And so it is, do what time does Jordan wake up? What time does Jordan need to be at daycare? What time do I need to pick Jordan up from daycare? Is Jordan going to take another nap? Does Jordan feel like going into the store? Because the mamas know taking your child into the store is a whole crapshoot. There are times when he can go into the store and he will be in the cart and he will be waving at people and he will be, just looking at all the different things in the store. And then there are other times that he goes into the store and we're going to have a whole meltdown. And all I can do is, if I can even grab the one thing or the thing that I went into the store for and hightail it up out of there, because he is about to have a whole meltdown. And you know how people are, baby. Your child is adorable and sweet, and they love him to death when he's smiling and laughing, but let him cry, and you're the worst parent ever. You let your child cry in public, you are the worst parent ever. You clearly do not know how to be a mom if your child is crying in public. And so, and I'm being sarcastic. I hope y'all know I'm being very sarcastic about that. But the looks that you get from people when your child is crying in public, like children get no grace, and neither do their parent or their mom when they're out in public acting, you know, like they get no grace whatsoever. And I'm just like, and I will also say this, being a mom now versus when I had my son at 22, it's I'll just be looking at people like, what? Like before, I actually do believe I was the same way. Even with my son when I was 22, it was just like, sir, why are you embarrassing me in public? And now it's more like he is two. He has not even been in the world for a whole 2 years. He's going to cry. Get over it. Get over yourself. Like, you don't even know how to regulate and manage your feelings. And now you want to tell a 2-year-old how to regulate and manage theirs. He's learning it's okay for my child to be crying. I can't even believe I'm saying that, because there was a time when I was like those other parents, and I'm just like, get your out of control child somewhere, because why is your child having a tantrum in public? Anyway, I say all that to say that I honestly do not know what this is going to look like. Is there going to be a My Pretty Brown Doll, a My Crochet Life? I do know that a shift has to happen. Things will have to change. There's no way around it, because again, I cannot operate from the same space that I operated from 3, 4, 5 years ago, because I'm not in that same space anymore. And so we will see. This week was interesting to say the least. I spend, like I said, it's what does Jordan need and what do I need to do so that things can operate smoothly with Jordan. That is pretty much how my life goes. And then we try to continue to run this business around that. And I'm proud of myself for being able to make it work for the last 2 years. And there will continue to be some type of creative endeavors. I don't believe that I am able to go back to somebody else's job. I do believe I've reached the stage of being unemployable. Not that I don't have a skill set or skill sets to work someone else's job, but when you have had been able to do what you want, when you want, how you want for this length of time, it is very difficult even the thought of being on someone else's schedule, someone else's time frame. This is probably why I'm struggling with finding a balance with, Mother and Jordan, because everything has to be on his time and having this business. But we're going to figure it out. We are going to figure it out. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video this week in my life. I don't know if I will do this again. This is not how I had planned to do this video, but this was the best way for it to come out. And listen, we're posting this content because it was recorded, and so we are posting it. Like I said, we ended the week doing the event at the community pop-up event. And so I was happy with how that turned out. It wasn't really an event for me to sell dolls. I knew that the price point of my dolls, this event was not going to be the right event for that. Although there were quite a few people who were interested in the dolls. But the things that sold were like the t-shirts, the tumblers, the smaller price items. And that is what I expected for this type of event. Of course, though, the dolls are always a hit. And so they were definitely a hit. But I'll see you guys on the next video.